Hey, what up? Good morning. Good morning. Yes. It's Big West. Just got up. It's great to be fucking retired, resigned, all that shit. Yo, I found some great content for you this morning. Took me a nice shower and washed up. Good. Right in the living room to show you some content. Now, check this out. There's two people that I thought always should have met just by the way they talk and how they feel about the community, right? Um, Yesterday I did a stream on Love Dorsey. Shout out to her, and her knowledge and fucking commitment to breaking reality down to a lot of people in our community. So there's Love, and then there's KS Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. to the Godfather. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the first vid of Kevin Samuels, who gets pissed off at this lady because she was dating a man and found out that he had some kind of mental condition. But the gentleman was seeking help. Prior to her meeting him, he was in the process of seeking help, and she found out and she left him, and it pissed Kevin off because I didn't know this, but Kevin was diagnosed with something back in the day, as he states in the video, right? So that's the first video. Right in connection with that, right after that, we're going to go into Love Dorsey's video, and she's going to break down something that we see today. All of the LGB thing, all of the how so many people are coming out, thinking that maybe they are this way and they're really not. There's an actual condition that's been underdiagnosed, and yo, she's gonna get into it. It blew my mind, and I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. All right, so let's get this right quick because I hate watching the video and the motherfucker just talk and talk and talk, and I'm like, I think I clicked on the video to see the video. All right, hold on, here we go. Of course, I got to give the shout out to the actual content creator, which is the Relationship Report. I'm going to subscribe because I'm using their content, so I'm going to give them a follow. You heard? So as it states, Kevin Samuels gets emotional as caller stigmatizes boyfriend's CBD use for depression. All right, let me turn this music down. I got on the Isaac Hayes channel in the back. We don't need that right now. All right, fellas, ladies, check this shit out.
What I'm trying to get to is did a clinician diagnose him with depression?
Uh, I'm not sure. I believe so. Yes. I mean, a clinician, is that a like a
Yeah,
doc? Yeah.
because it sounds as though you stopped. Yeah, part of the reason why you guys aren't together is his his taking of psychiatric medications. That's what you were saying is
Yeah.
medication.
Oh,
And
yeah. So he did say that before he did use like stronger ones, like all I guess I forgot the name, just but I've heard of them,
Prozac.
and I got yeah, I think that's what it was.
Oh, okay. And
I don't know.
he was currently taking those when you were together.
No, he was taking CBD, so he said it's more natural. But
Okay.
he told me about like his family and his sister has it and his brother has it too, and I was like, no.
So in other words, you had a guy that you were dealing with, and he had an actual clinical diagnosis of depression, for which he had actually been taking prescribed antipsychotic medications like and psychiatric not psychotic, psychiatric meds, Prozac, Zoloft, that kind of stuff. And
Mhm.
then instead of using that, he decided to go to a more homeopathic or different way of using CBDs.
Yes.
And that was the reason you ended the relationship, is because you didn't want to be involved with a guy that was in that position.
Well, I mean, yes, but he also like snapped once and like told me to get the fuck out, and I got scared, you know. And I was like, "Oh, okay, so if you don't take it, what else will happen, you know?" Like,
Well, I got to tell you, Gladys,
yeah.
judging from what you said, women should go first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he hide the fact that he had this issue in the past?
For the beginning of the
No,
relationship,
no, no, no,
yes,
no, not
that he
not no,
did.
no, no, no. Not, I mean, did he come out and tell you on the first date? I mean, did you
Oh
have to find out about it yourself, or did he tell you?
no, he told me.
All right, so he did not hide it.
No.
All right, so he was vulnerable and told you about an issue he actually
Hmm.
was taking care of.
Yeah, yeah,
And he snapped one time.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm not understanding.
Uh,
Doesn't sound too good for me.
so I turned a good man down.
Well,
You're
I'm trying to.
saying?
I'm trying to. I'm quite sure you're not perfect, right?
No, absolutely not. Oh my
Right.
god.
So it's not as though the guy was like on lithium or bipolar or something. And even if there are plenty of white people, Hispanic people, Asian
Mm.
people,
Oh, of
Middle Eastern
course,
people
yeah.
hell, I've been on Prozac or Zoloft. I
Oh,
guess you'd have turned me down too,
so
because
I.
whoa,
Oh
the
my
fuck,
god.
whoa,
I
whoa,
don't take any
whoa.
medicine.
I
Sorry.
don't give a shit.
Pissed them off,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Chicky.
I guess you'd have said, well, that motherfucker's a crackpot too.
Mm-mm.
Black men, this is why
Mm-mm.
black men don't do what that brother did.
That's a big fact. That's why it's important. Um, I want everybody to know. They say, "Oh, women say, oh, tell me." Listen, man, keep all of your shit to yourself. Do not tell a woman your problems. Do not tell a woman your problems. Do not tell her your weaknesses. Do not tell her if you're suffering through something. You have your own connection, your own wolf pack, your own crew, whatever, and you talk to your boys. You go figure this shit out with your boys. Don't talk to your woman about certain shit because she looks at you a certain way. And when she sees that you have vulnerabilities or you're not capable of certain shit, she's gonna look at you a different way. There's no unconditional love for you. As Chris Rock said, there's only unconditional love for fucking puppies and babies and shit. Not not for you. You're supposed to be the strong. You're supposed to be the strong man, the protector, the provider, the logical thinker, this and that. You're not human. You're only, you're a machine to them. So once you start showing that you're breaking down, she's going to turn you back into eBay and look for a new machine. Don't tell them shit. I don't care what they say. They'll say it, and then as soon as they find out that it's your weakness, they're going to get in their feelings, which Dorsey's going to talk about, and it's going to come back to bite you in the ass.
Because you
Yeah.
judged him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you. Because you run the tape back. You said, other than that, he was a great guy. So he had an issue that he didn't ask for. And he
Yeah.
did the responsible thing and went and sought counsel of a doctor, got a written prescription, and did what the fuck he was supposed to.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
He told you about it. And then even decided to go the more homeopathic way, which is perfectly fine. And your prissy ass decided to leave him. Good for you, ma'am. Like I said, too many of our sisters have perfectly suitable men and you blow it.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you walked on water? How was it? Tell us about it. How far did you get? Because you must be capable of some incredible shit. I mean, you're the one who said we should forgive our brothers. All this shit they have to go through. This country will make black men fucking crazy.
No, I understand that.
Well, no, you don't.
It's clear that you don't.
You left the one that was by your side.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us how you understand, sis.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is he only told her because he was really feeling her and he saw something with her. He saw a future with her. That's the only reason you're gonna tell a chick some shit like that.
I mean, I definitely just walked out on someone great, probably. Hmm.
Dumbass.
You can't make this shit up.
Emotional
You're almost
damage.
30. And you left him for something that easy? So I mean, let's flip this. Let's flip this. Let's flip it up. Let's say you gain 20 pounds. You don't want him to leave you too, right?
Yeah.
You say I don't take those medications. Did you even do any homework on it? Did you look up anything? Did you make any
How
calls to
about
professionals?
you?
Please tell me you at least did some due diligence to understand what the condition was, what the medication was, what it was for, to see if it was legitimate. Please tell me you at least did that.
I did not.
No, no. Instead, you judged him for being a fucked up. God damn it.
Also, Kev, she probably fucking went and talked to her girlfriends and asked them, sought their fucking advice. They don't know shit. And they say, yeah, girl, you probably leave. You don't need that and this and that. And these guys be out here killing these girls and this and this and all that dumb shit. Get her, Kev.
Why does this bother me? Because I sit here and tell people, oh, go every day to get therapy and do something about it. And this is the fear a lot of people have.
Hmm.
You owe that man an apology.
Mm.
I do. And I will. I'll definitely contact him again and apologize.
It has to be more than words, people. All this, well, this side should go first. This side should go first. It has to be more than words.
Hmm.
Wow, they
I can't. I'm done. I know, no. It's almost 1 o'clock, guys. You know, Gladys, I had to go there to make a point. So forgive me for yelling. It wasn't yelling at you, it's yelling at the situation. Again, sis, you said all the thing, you know, everything that black men are under, and you threw away a perfectly suitable black man for nothing, for doing the right thing. And this is why black men are like, you're supposed to be the most educated, the most intelligent, and you made a superstitious, what? You didn't even go see, well, clinically depression, here are the prescribed treatments. And cannabis, that cannabis is one of the possible medications. You know, when I was going through my depression, you know how many people in the Bible Belt told me to pray it away?
mm.
I'm like, you're not dealing with the panic attacks. You're not dealing with the panic attacks that will make you feel like you're having a heart attack. I'm in good shape, but panic attacks, this don't be taking that crazy medication. You know how many family members I had to cuss smooth out? Don't be on that crazy medication. I almost had to whoop several relatives, natural ass,
Damn.
for how they were talking about. These people had more issues than I had in my pinky finger. And because I was on Prozac for a short period of time for panic attacks, for some very real issues. See, everybody else in the world can do it the right way. But black men are supposed to be superhuman, and so are black women.
But I said,
And
Machine,
then you wonder why we can't get together. We don't give each other opportunity to be vulnerable, to fail, do anything else. This has to be talked about. Oh, that bothers me.
Thank you, Kev.
That
That was from The Godfather. We're gonna go into this next one. As I stated, this is Love Dorsey. And she gonna hit you with, yo, it was just amazing. Watch this shit, man. Watch this. In this joint, she's talking about management of emotions.
We in the new year. Please understand, right? Your thoughts can be your biggest distraction. The shit you ponder on, the stuff you come up with in your mind, the things that happen in your brain when your emotions are triggered or when you're not focused or when you don't have things planned to do, they can be your biggest obstacle. This is when you're in your own way. Your mind is in your own way. Y'all catch my drift on that? You can be your biggest problem. I need y'all to really understand that. And the stuff that I'm about to talk about, right? It don't have a fuck thing to do with love, right? I'm talking to y'all out of love, and I said this because it's something somebody commented on Instagram, but I want y'all to understand, right? I did a whole Zoom on this, right? But the concept is someone can love you and still say and do things that don't have your best interest at heart. So when we get down to real shit, it often don't have a fuck thing to do with love. It has to do with logic, with understanding, with self-care, knowing yourself, right? So I'm going to tell y'all, back to what I was just saying, your thoughts can be your biggest obstacle, your biggest distraction, your biggest issue. It's a lot of y'all, we coming into the new year, you got the information on the shit that you're supposed to be doing. You've already told yourself what you're supposed to focus on. You already wrote out what changes you need to make. Your stop, my nigga, you was a part of the problem. The way that you cannot manage your thoughts and them bitches run you, the way that you cannot organize your thinking, the way that you come up with things and you go off of the stuff that you came up with in your mind instead of reality and logic and what's happening in front of us, the way you don't have the ability to take and prioritize more important things than a motherfucking feeling in the moment.
Let me pause it right there. That right there is a big thing. That's a big issue. A lot of people dwell on, say something happens, right? Something happens in your relationship and you're so upset about it. Instead of working on the solution, when I was in the military, that's one of the things that they instilled. Instead of complaining and pointing fingers and saying whose fault it was that the fucking truck caught a flat, everybody hop out, form a 360 around there, make sure nobody's fucking out there going to shoot at you, and somebody immediately start working on fixing the fucking flat, right? But what happens out here is, we got a flat. Oh, well, why'd you go over the pothole? Or well, I told you not to go so fast. Or this or that, and we start focusing on the actual problem, or the cause surrounding the problem, right? Instead of just going and fixing the problem. And the way that played out in my previous relationships, people looked at it as, oh, well, you don't want to talk about it. Like, no, I really, I'd rather fix the issue than to talk about it. We could talk about it maybe after we fix it, but let's work on fixing it. So, that's what she means by being caught up in a moment. And basically you just can't get past that emotion. And you say it 6 or 7 different ways. You complain about it 6 or 7 different ways instead of thinking, well, okay, maybe if we do this, we do that, we can get out of this. And then just come back to it later, if you want to be a dick about it.
You were a big problem in how this relationship turned out. You might ain't cheat now time. You might ain't lie now time. But the amount of stress you brought to the motherfucking situation when things were going on, you was no better than the other motherfucker that did those other things that you didn't do. And see, grown folk understand this. Just letting it simmer down, sink in, process it, breathe.
Breathe. I like what she said that.
It ain't no matrix. It's your motherfucking mind. It's your unmanaged thoughts. Some of y'all you gotta just be accountable. Just accept it.
Be accountable.
Accept it. Breathe and be real with yourself. I don't know how to manage my thoughts. So I often sit and think and think and think of things to the point where I am not even in reality. I am in my thoughts. And then I react in the physical based on what I thought of. And I become a stressor to myself and others. And it is hard to maintain a relationship with me long term on a healthy level. It's hard to communicate with me at times, even when I want to talk. I want to talk. I want to have a conversation. Hey, I want to sit down. I do want to discuss this. I do want to move past this. I do want to real bad. Like, no, I do. I do want to work this out with you real bad. I do want to have a conversation. I want to be more mature. I want to, get to a space where we can talk about things. I want to hear the truth, even though it might hurt. I do want that. But my own head ain't allowing me to do it. It ain't you. It ain't the things that you did, because people going to be people. You going to be you. It's me. It's me. Process it. Right, real bad.
Real bad.
I really do. I want to be like in friend circles and build relationships with people to be I want that for myself. I want that. I want a relationship where we can sit down and talk about stuff, uncomfortable and comfortable. I want to be able to, after we talk about something that was uncomfortable to me, I want to be able to still get along, still love on you, you still love on me, without carrying this attitude for weeks and bringing it back up and going over it in my mind and then venting to other people, breaking our privacy. But I want to do better at this shit. But God damn it, I'm in a space right.
Breaking our privacy bond. Breaking our privacy bond. That's a big thing that she actually spoke about too on another stream. When something happens between person A and person B, right? And person A goes and calls her fucking sister, or she goes and calls her fucking girlfriend or her mama, and she breaks the privacy bond. Now, when you come around these people and they see you, first thing that pop in their head is, oh shit, yeah, she just told me that, he such and such and such. Like, I'm in a relationship with you, not in a relationship with your sister or your girlfriends, none of that shit. So you telling them all of this shit about our relationship, you breaking our privacy bond. That shit that niggas hate. They won't tell you shit.
Now I can't manage my motherfucking thoughts. So I can't do it. I can't do it. Whether you good to me or you bad to me, I struggle with this. Some of y'all, I'm your mirror right now. When we talk about that shadow work, bitch, I'm the shadow talking to your ass. Right the fuck? This is what's going on. People are not just doing you wrong. You're doing yourself wrong by not being honest about this shit. Yes, I'm unpleasant and I get tired of it. I get tired of it. But it comes from my thoughts. It comes from the stuff I came up with in my mind based on me looking at what's going on around, processing it, and I always come out with a negative. I come out with a negative, and it could be from my childhood trauma. It could be from generational curses. It could be from the stuff I took myself through based on past choices. It hurts and it scares me, and I want better, but I can't seem to get right. I can't seem to get it right. I want this shit. I want to be with a good man. I want to be with a good woman. I want to have positive friend relationships. I want to go places and go out of town and have fun and not come back and have a drunk, deep, depressing drug story or some sort of dramatic testimony that occurred when I was dealing with people. I want to be able to say it's been months of feeling no depression. Some of y'all, if you can relate to what I'm saying, you need to get in one of my Zooms. You need to book a one-on-one. You need to get in rooms with people where we're willing to be vulnerably accountable, right? There's accountability, and then there is getting vulnerable about that shit. There is opening up about the truth about yourself. Because, you know, people open up nowadays and it be lies. They open up and they tell you what they want you to feel about them. They get upset if they can't control or manipulate your perspective of them. I'm talking about the butt naked truth, the vulnerable truth. Them truths we have in my Zooms where a motherfucker honest. And sometimes you speak up, say something, you end up realizing I was all the way wrong. Let me shut the fuck up and mute real quick. Turn my camera off, sit back and process what the fuck is being said. Because I asked to be in this room, right? Some of y'all, that's what you need. You need to text 678-965-0698. Now, I'm going to say this for women, right? And I told y'all earlier, I'm speaking on this because I have daughters and I purposely look and research and get data and information. And sometimes I sit and read boring statistics just to see what my girls are up against, just to see what my behavior as a parent could do to them as a child when they develop into an adult, right? So there is something called HPD. No bitch, not HPV. No hoe, not HIV. HPD. HPD. The H stands for histrionic. It's histrionic personality disorder. Histrionic personality disorder. HPD. You can get a one-on-one phone call me, and I'm actually running a special for January. So this is probably like the cheapest y'all gonna see it all year. But you can text 678-965-0698, and you could start your journey on getting yourself some help. And the best thing about being in my Zooms or being on a one-on-one is you initiated it. So you get respect off top for that, because most of these bitches out here and niggas is not even trying to step in that realm of real self-care. You know, motherfuckers just want to disappear off the internet for a little while and come back and say, yeah, I worked on me. Few months in, we see the same shit we seen before from your ass, because you cannot hide behavioral patterns. Low self-esteem, mismanaging. These are things that it's going to come out eventually. If we just sit in the room with you long enough, you going to post something or say something or do something that shows that you ain't did no real fucking self-care work. But we talking about HPD, histrionic personality disorder. And this affects mostly women. Mostly women, right? It goes back to what I said about your thoughts. Not being able to manage them bitches. And a lot of this has to do with how you raise. Now, I was going to get on here and be real ghetto. But a lot of times when I get too ghetto, it gives y'all room to like push back on receiving the message. So.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, right? Check this out. This is what old girl talking about right here. Histrionic personality disorder symptoms. Uncomfortable when not center of attention. Seductive or provocative behavior. Shifting and shallow emotions. Uses appearance to draw attention. Impressionistic and vague speech. Sound like Nicki Minaj, nigga. Dramatic or exaggerated emotions. Suggestible. Easily influenced by others. Considers relationships more intimate than they are. Wow. And she knows what she's talking about, B. She knows what she's talking about. She on point. She on point, man. Back to her. Now let's let her break that down, how that displays in the fucking hood.
Instead of being real ghetto, I'ma just read y'all some shit. Because usually when I get on here, I've looked back at other lives. When I just read it directly to y'all, like from a psychology book, it makes it where, bitch, you cannot argue with the facts. Now, it's going to be some of y'all that's retarded and you still going to try to argue anyway. But I'm going to read it it helps y'all a little bit more put down your guard. I ain't gonna get ghetto yet, Brittany. Not yet. All right? I'm not. So we talking about histrionic personality disorder, right? And it's a mental health condition. It's marked by unstable emotions. Gotta follow along, right? Some of y'all need to write this down. It's marked by unstable emotions, distorted self-image, and overwhelming desire to be noticed. I'm gonna say that again. We're talking about histrionic personality disorder. I'm teaching y'all right now, so just receive the information. And like I said, y'all usually listen, right? When I be reading instead of getting ghetto first. So I'm gonna get ghetto last, but I'm gonna read to you guys, right? Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. It's a mental health condition marked by unstable emotions and a distorted self-image and an overwhelming desire to be noticed. People with HPD often behave dramatically and inappropriately to get attention. Just let that settle. Breathe. Trigger warning. It gets more and more personal. And just let it settle. And again, I'm going to repeat. This affects mostly women. Just breathe. Because I know y'all usually want everything to be a nigga fault.
Or they'll say, well, men do it too. This is a woman's thing. And we see it prevalent in the summertime. We see it prevalent in clubs and at work. All over, man.
And I know y'all like, oh, here she go. Starting 2023 off the same way in 2022, where she always side with the niggas. Oh, it's always the female's fault. But this is a...
And just to quickly throw out there, I'm sorry, look. She been talking about, like in defense of men way before the red pill, way before like all this shit became as popular as it is now. I don't know exactly when red pill started, but I know she's been talking about this shit for years. It just really vamped up since Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. She was talking about this before I saw, before I got put on to Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. So now the women, you see a multitude of women now doing the same thing that she was doing, but she was the first.
Mental health disorder that statistically it affects mostly women. So this is not love manipulating a stat or coming up with something. That's why I didn't get ghetto first. I'm going to read it to you straight out of the psychology book.
Go ahead, love.
No, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break down why, right? So it's a mental health condition, right? So for people with this disorder, their self-esteem depends on the approval of others and doesn't come from a true feeling of self-worth. They have an overwhelming desire to be noticed and often behave dramatically or inappropriately to get attention. People with this disorder often don't realize their behavior and way of thinking may be problematic. Ooh, message. Breathe. 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 So this is a part of, if you study psychology, you understand this is part of like cluster B personality disorders, which involve dramatic and erratic behavior, however you want to say it, right? And again, it affects mostly women. Hence, when I be talking about managing your emotions, right? So women and people assign female at birth, because, you know, we in a day and time where, you know, everybody is choosing their gender or what they identify as. Women and people assigned...
Yeah, we about to go there.
Female at birth are more commonly diagnosed with HPD than men and people that are assigned male at birth. They're on the same page with that. On the same page. Now, me personally, just a side note, my opinion, this is very underdiagnosed, right? Because most people with this type of disorder don't seek help based on this type of disorder. They eventually go get help when they get very depressed or when they're extremely stressed. So by the time they go seek help, depression and stress is being treated with medication or therapy, right? And I'm gonna keep going because I'm trying to help you out, right? It says the main feature of histrionic personality disorder is displaying excessive, superficial emotion and sexuality to draw attention to yourself, right? So now, a person with histrionic personality disorder may feel underappreciated or depressed when they're not the center of attention, have rapidly shifting, shallow emotions. They're dramatic and extremely emotionally expressive, even to the point of embarrassing friends and family in public. Have a larger than life.
You know who that sound like? You know who that sound like? That sound like fucking Jada Pinkett. B.
Presence, which can be positive at times, persistently charming and flirtatious. They can be overly concerned with their physical appearance, use their physical appearance to draw attention to themselves by wearing provocative or bright colored hair, clothing, revealing clothing. They can act inappropriately sexually with most of the people they meet, even when they're not sexually attracted. Message, side note, you know how some of y'all, you be done fuck with a nigga or you be done fuck with a bitch, or some of y'all, you wake up and you decide I'm gay now and you doing all this sexual stuff, and then later on the stud you done went and tried to be in a relationship with come back heartbroken because you really wasn't, this wasn't your sexual preference. It was some sexual shit based on you having HPD, you sexually provocative, you around here doing shit with people that you're not actually sexually attracted to, but for the sake of attention, you will go gay, straight, fucking buy whatever the fuck it takes to stay the center of attention. So a lot of y'all, when the math ain't mathing with niggas, you'll go try to make the math with bitches. And when that don't work, you will go try to make the math with somebody else. Who knows?
Quick pause. Take a look at this. Black China. Nikki. Fuck, look at this shit. Who else? You know who else? This big bitch. And the fucking media and society cause this shit. They feed into this mental illness. And if you say anything about it, they label you a body shamer, they label you homophobic and all that shit. Instead of addressing these people's issue, you blame the fucking the people that aren't going through the shit. If we're telling you, hey, listen, that's not normal, man. Like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this. And they're like, oh, how could you look at this shit, B? Get the fuck out of here, man. All right, my bad. Let me go back. Getting off topic. Back to love.
Trigger warning, breathe. I'm just reading right now, so you can't even afford to really get upset at me. I'm reading. This is why I ain't go ghetto first, because I know how y'all is. But I'm going to keep going, right? You speak dramatically and express strong opinions, but with few facts or details to support your feel. Ooh, come on now. Hallelujah. I might start talking in tongues on this bitch. You speak dramatically and express strong opinions, but them bitches ain't got no facts or no real details based on logic to support that shit. It's just some shit you can't Somebody passed the collection plate around.
Shit. Speaking the truth right there. Who the fuck made that?
I'm reading y'all a personality disorder called histrionic personality disorder.
Mm.
I ain't even said nothing that's coming from me. I'm simply reading. So, bitch, save your triggered paragraphs because this is a fact.
Trigger paragraph.
Yes, this may sound like one of your parents, your sister, maybe even you, your cousin, your best friend. Some of y'all that's dating might sound like your lady. This is stuff that y'all need to know. This is why the first video I made kicking the year off was about reading. Bitch, you got to read. Ho, you got to open your mind past what you do at that job and yelling at them fucking kids and worrying about that nigga and read. Because there are certain things, and again, this mostly affects women, that you need to know.
Oh.
And don't pick out one of, let me help some of y'all because some of y'all are slow. Don't pick out one of these things and then start to try to defend that. This is a personality disorder that collectively or the majority of these traits you have. So please stay on topic, slow hoes. Please. Please. Gullible and easily influenced by others, especially by people they admire. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Again, I read up on weird shit like this, right? And I call it weird just because the average person is not sitting around reading whole books on things like this. But I read up on stuff like this because I have daughters that I'm raising, right? And I like to see certain shit ahead of time so I can be able to help them. So a lot of times I read shit and it don't actually apply to anything I have going on, but it's very useful information to be able to observe from the people around me, know how to deal with people, how to become more social without allowing other people's issues to affect what I have going on, right? A lot of y'all nowadays, you're very gullible and easily influenced by other people, especially people that you admire, but you admire them for the wrong reasons because, of course, this is a personality disorder and you're looking for attention. They think their relationship with others are closer than they usually are. Woo. Woo. I'm going to say it again. They think their relationships with others are closer than they usually are. They think that their relationship with others are closer than they usually are. So they'll be in relationships and nobody actually agreed to commit to them. But they will go around and tell people, we're in a relationship and you're cheating on me. But the nigga never said he was in a relationship.
Crazy bitches.
HPD, not V. D, like dick, like dog, like don't. Like damn, is you slow. D, not V. HPV is a sexually transmitted disease. Bitch, I'm talking about HPD. Histrionic personality disorder.
Kick that shit, girl.
I had to say that because somebody typed HPV. This, you know what? This is why I got off of here for a little while last year. Is that? Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. D. For delusional. Absolutely right. Thank you. Jesus. Have difficulty. Oh, come on. Have difficulty maintaining relationships, often seeming fake or shallow with their interactions with others, need instant gratification and become bored or frustrated easily, constantly seek reassurance or approval. Now just breathe and soak all that in. Soak it in. A lot of y'all, and I'm going to be honest, a lot. Look at my tongue. A lot.
Okay.
Lot.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, this is the part where it's my opinion. A lot of y'all suffer from this. And I'm just being honest. From a loving space. Now, let's talk about what causes HPD. Like, damn, don't type no more stupid ass shit. D, right? What causes histrionic personality disorder, right? Studies have been done and it has been identified. Genetics is part of it. tends to run in families, right? Children may cope with trauma such as child abuse or death of a family member that later as an adult may be disruptive and problematic in their life and become part of their personality disorder. Parenting styles. Children who experience parenting styles that lack boundaries, are overindulged or inconsistent may be more likely to develop histrionic personality disorder. In addition, parents who display dramatic, erotic, volatile, or inappropriate sexual behavior put their children at risk of developing this condition. Parents who...
So your mama was a crazy fucking thought. That's why it's important to look at these broads' mama. You could, they say, oh, look at the woman's mama. You'll see who she's gonna be when she get old, as a look standpoint. But we got to go and have a conversation with mama and see where the fuck her head at, because our little girlfriend might have the same shit.
Who display, motherfucking parents who display, goddamn parents who display dramatic, erratic, and volatile or inappropriate sexual behavior put their children at risk of developing these conditions, or this condition, excuse me. The other part of it is some researchers think that problems in parent-child relationships lead to characteristics of low self-esteem. In the end, the person ends up with HPD. Self-esteem plays a big role in this. Now, let me say this as a side note, right? I do a lot of one-on-ones, and I track the statistics based on the amount of people that I talk to, right? The demographic they're from. But in a nutshell, like, what y'all got to understand is there are a lot of women nowadays that don't have a healthy relationship with their mother. They were raised by their mother as a single parent, right? They didn't have a healthy relationship with boundaries and a clear understanding of, here is where your value lies as my daughter, right? And they grow up and they still 35, 29, 47-year-old adult still don't have a healthy relationship. Message. I'm just letting it sink in. Message. Y'all know when y'all be worrying about like what be going on elsewhere, but y'all kids be seeing y'all, because the kids be staying with y'all. We know we in a day and age where, bitch, I'm gonna keep my baby. I don't give a fuck if a nigga stay around or not. Bitch, I'm gonna have my baby. The fuck? I'm gonna do my maternity pictures by myself. I'm gonna do my baby shower by myself. I'm gonna have my baby, and I don't want that nigga at the hospital neither. Bitch, he ain't gotta sign a birth certificate. Bitch, I'm gonna do this shit by myself, right? We know that's y'all motto. That was y'all motto since 20 fucking damn near 15, right? We know that. We're on. So the kids be living with y'all. The kids be there with y'all, right? So a lot of the shit that be fucking people up nowadays, it be happening in y'all household. And even though y'all don't be talking to the kids about y'all breakups, it make them kids be hearing y'all let them niggas in there at night, in there in the room fucking, and then letting them out. Y'all try to get him out before the kids wake up in the morning. Them kids be knowing what the fuck, all that erotic, volatile, sexual ass behavior that be going. All right. Some of y'all, the baby done fell out the bed while you in there getting fucked by another nigga because we know you don't like your baby daddy. We know that. We know he ain't shit. We know that. We already know that. We know it be lack of boundaries. We know them kids be all in the room with y'all when y'all be doing shit that don't got nothing to do with having a... We know that. We know that. We already know that, bitch. We know that. HPD. That's what I'm gonna start saying to people in 2023. As soon as y'all go to acting crazy and typing them crazy ass comments that match damn near 80% of the traits I just read to y'all motherfucking ass out of a site, I'm gonna just say HPD. I'm just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. And if anybody get their silly ass on here and try to argue with this live, I know something.
I can't argue with the facts. Please.
It's definitely hyper independent, but we know this is just where we're at. This is where we're at. Them kids be seeing y'all. They know. They know. So you don't want none of that unless you're paying for a call. I talk to you for some money. You gotta have yourself in a decent space financially. You have to be serious about reading and knowledge. And the weak ass mindsets that I just told y'all I can't fuck with, don't even try to waste your money. Don't. Don't. Don't waste your money. Somebody said about 5 solid ones that I stand on, even when I ain't around, that these niggas is them niggas. So when you say these niggas don't and can't communicate, the niggas you picked, the ones you know, yeah, I'm just being honest. I ain't even saying you wrong in its entirety. I'm just saying make that statement a fact by saying some, the ones you know, a few. Nothing I'm talking about actually got to do with love. I tell my nigga plenty of days, like, well, check me, shit, I could take that. Straighten me, I could take a straightening. And I'm from the hood too. I can take a straightening. I can take a handle me on some shit. If I got some shit wrong, bitch, get me together. What I won't do is sit up and argue with you bitch assholes about some stuff you made up in your mind. I will not do that. Hence the reason why I'm picky about shit like my book club. If I got to interact with your ass on a consistent basis, I ain't got time to be in here arguing with some shit that you came up with in your mind based on what another bitch did. I don't have time to be playing around with your trauma. Lashing out at me over shit that don't got a fuck thing to do with what we talking about. And I don't have time for people committing me to things that I didn't commit to. When you told me the story about the 3 girls that tried you, I never said in that conversation that I'm now committed to not fucking with them hoes because you don't fuck with them. Lee, I got boundaries. I can go anywhere and deal with anybody based on me knowing it's certain shit ain't gonna happen to me because I ain't gonna allow it. Now, what you allow in your interactions with them, that don't have shit to do with me. But it's a lot of y'all, you ain't mature enough to understand that. I don't have. So I'm gonna give the disclaimers. I have to every fucking live. How y'all doing? Anybody that's new on my live, hey y'all. Instagram.
Shout out to It's Carlton. That's the content. That's the content. It's the guy that gathered her live. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a subscribe since I'm using this from his page. There you go.
Hey y'all. This is a Love Dorsey live. This is where we get on here to learn things. If you don't like how I look, if you don't like because my voice deep or my tattoos under my neck might resemble a beard to you. If you feel some type of way, if you in your feelings right now, you're trying to question whether I'm a woman or a transgender, just get off my live because I will cuss you the fuck out and not give a fuck. If you're one of them people that go to church on every Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, get off of my live because you probably one of them people don't like to hear curse words, and I am going to curse every other word. I don't care nothing about that shit. You cannot use religion to scare me into talking or thinking a certain kind of way. For those of y'all female females, you've been through hell and high water. A nigga just drug you yesterday and this morning. Get off of my live if you're in your feelings. Don't type all them po-ho, sad ho, fucking paragraphs under my live. I do not want to hear that shit. Those of y'all that get no attention in your real life, you don't.
This is her disclaimer.
Get much sex, nobody really pays any mind. Your cell phones and mobile devices are dry and you're looking for attention. Don't come on my shit typing that old sideways ass shit trying to get attention, saying some crazy shit that got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. That's not what we do on a Love Dorsey Live. It will get your ass blocked, and I promise you it will hurt you more than it will hurt me, because I have no fucks to give when it comes to these disclaimers. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? If you in your feelings, if you just had a bad day, that nigga done upset you. I'm about to talk about relationships and how females pick the wrong nigga you out because you don't take care of your child. That's not my business when I say a real nigga or a real man. And then, by the way, another disclaimer I almost left out. It's a lot of y'all people on here that call y'all self woke. You don't like the fact that I use the word nigga or bitch or hoe or any of those terms towards our people. I don't care nothing about that shit. I'm gonna call you a nigga if you a man. I call you a bitch if you a woman. Where I come from, that's just slang term in the hood. I don't mean nothing bad. If it bother you, this will not be the live for you. You can exit. This is the worldwide motherfucking web. That means worldwide. There's other shit that you can look at besides sitting on here listening to me talk in a way that you don't like. For those of y'all that get on here and be want to comment that I'm whitewashed because I'm calling niggas niggas and bitches bitches, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care nothing about none of that Uncle Tom ass, sideways ass trying to make me think or act a certain kind of way. For those of y'all that's very religious, it don't matter what religion you is, whether you're church folk or not. I don't get on here and use religion as a way to make people listen to me or follow me. So the Lord is not going to be the reason why you stay on this live. Is everybody clear on that? Yahweh, Buddha, Allah, the Honorable, Elijah, Muhammad, none of that is going to be the reason why I have you stay on here. Now, if anybody got some tickets to a Farrakhan speech that they got for sale, hit me up. That's one of my lifelong goals, is to go see that man speak. Now, on another note, let me help you hoes out. Because a lot of y'all, you don't understand what a real nigga or a real man is. So I'm gonna help y'all on this live. Let me start off by telling y'all what is not.
Finally, we're gonna get some clarification. Black women always say real man, a real man. It always turns out a real man will do something that they asking you to do that you don't see any fucking value in doing. So, like, you're gonna see what her definition of a real man is.
Just because a nigga got a bunch of money don't make him real. Just because a nigga fine don't make him real. Just because a nigga got good dick don't make him real. Just because you got feelings for the nigga and you want him to be real don't make him real. Just because that's your baby daddy don't make him a real nigga. Just because the nigga sell drugs in the streets and everybody yes him and look up to him don't make him a real nigga. Y'all understand this, right? The things that y'all think make a man a real man does not make a man a real man. Everybody clear on this shit. Money don't make you real. Having a bunch of material stuff don't make you real. Driving a foreign car don't make you real. Keeping a fresh haircut with waves don't make you real. Having a bunch of niggas around you don't mean you a real nigga. Y'all understand this, right? This is shit that does not make you a real man. Y'all understand this, right? A lot of y'all hoes and y'all niggas got this confused. Y'all think because y'all got a little scam money or you got a little money from in the streets of hell, you might have a good job and your paychecks is good. The amount of money you have has nothing to do with your value as a grown man. Do y'all understand that? I know some niggas that barely got any money and they still more of a real man than a lot of you niggas that's walking around with a big check. And these are facts. I'm gonna help you hoes sort this out on this live today. Is everybody clear that the things that I listed above and I just talked about don't make a nigga a real nigga? Y'all understand that, right? ATL, what up? IG, y'all get this, right? Because y'all see these niggas. Now, let me bring it a little bit more new age. Having a bunch of followers don't make you real. Being popular online don't make you real. Because a bunch of people on the app is always up your ass don't make you a real ass person. Do y'all understand this stuff? Y'all get this, right? Okay, cool. Now let me help you hoes out. A lot of y'all, you've been mistaken what a real man and a real nigga is for so long that you fake. Because, bitch, you can't understand why the fuck your vibes, your energy, your tone, your aura as a woman ain't on point. And it ain't because you're used to dealing with little boys, niggas that are not yet real niggas, fake ass niggas, niggas that act more like a bitch than they act like a man. I'm gonna help y'all out on trying to understand this so that you don't keep making the same mistake. Everybody on the same page. We on the same page on what we doing on here so y'all can understand. Just because y'all be in these relationships and that nigga be fucking you raw, girl, that don't make him a real nigga. Don't even make him your nigga. A lot of y'all hoes, niggas be buying y'all stuff. I done told y'all, niggas that get money fast, it don't matter to them by spending a little change on you. That don't make him or you real, bitch, because he bought you a purse or some motherfucking shoes or a watch or some shit. Y'all understand this? A lot of y'all raising y'all daughters and shit to believe that if they get with a nigga that buy them stuff, that nigga is somehow a real nigga. That don't make you a real nigga. A lot of you females, y'all broken inside because these fake ass real niggas that y'all thought was real that drug your ass. He wasn't a real man, girl. He wasn't. That's why the fuck you got drugged like you got drugged. Y'all understand? Now, let me help y'all out with a couple factors. Let me fix this Facebook camera. Grown men don't come in your life and fuck shit up and then pretend as if they didn't have anything to do with it. Let me help some of you hoes out. A lot of y'all was talking to niggas or fucking on a nigga or dating a nigga or call yourself in a relationship with a nigga that's supposed to be your nigga. That girl, he came in your life, brought other females in, drama, excessive stuff that centered around his actions and then acted like it was not his mess to help clean up. This is why a lot of y'all got a negative disposition towards men. Y'all don't understand the type of niggas you was picking as little boys. Grown men don't do that. So let me clarify some things to y'all, because some of y'all females, you have trouble picking out a good man because your character traits have now become awful because of you dealing with so many little boys for so long. Y'all following what I'm saying? Everybody keeping up?
Nah. I ain't gonna get that all to y'all now. I'm gonna say that for another stream. I'm gonna say that for the next stream. How y'all could pick a fucking dude. Because y'all stay picking the wrong ass motherfuckers and then saying all men. Anyway, that was Love Dorsey. That's Kevin Samuels. I wish they could have met. Did a damn live together. It would have been epic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.